The week four, it's your boy here, Dan at the B League Says, for the B League's Pick'em show. I'm coming at you for a show for going for two live at Pick'em Props from UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code GF2 for 100% matching deposit up to 250 big ones. I think I haven't read the promo in about 4 months. That's what I'm going with. So, just try it out, see if it works. But, disclaimer and waiver at the bottom of this ticker here, it says, promotion may vary. I've just covered my ass. It's fantastic. You should try it sometime. Either way, we're looking at week 4 pick and props for the Sunday slate. After this, make sure you sit tight and stay tuned for the sits and starts show. I can't say there too many S's with Jamie. Jamie Topher and Kyle. I forget Kyle. Kyle's there. He's on Monday. We're about to do a promo for Monday night again, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to have to say his name. But yeah, hi guys. Hope you're well. Keep going well. You guys are doing great this year so far. But we're going to look at 5 props for the Sunday slate for week 4. And I think they've got some good ones in here. I feel pretty good about them. I hope you do too. Pick number 1, we're going for a revenge game. We're looking at Aaron Jones for the Minnesota Vikings against the Green Bay Packers on the road at Lambeau, which used to be his home, higher than 57.5 rushing yards. Revenge game. Look, it's here. Aaron Jones going up against the Packers who let him go for a worse version of himself at 2.5 times the price. Let's call it what it is. Stupid. Okay? Green Bay do some incredible things. Letting him walk for a guy who's probably slower and not as good is stupid. For the culture, they let that one go. Thank you very much. Jones had a couple of big games in him so far, with 2 of his 3 going over 90 on the ground. The Packers okay with teams running on them. We've seen that with Saquon Barkley going for $109 and Jonathan Taylor a week or 2 ago going for 103. I like his line for now. I feel like it's going to creep up. Remember, this is a Wednesday show. It's a 57.5. It's already come up by 3 ticks for over the past day. So it was at, 54 a few days ago. Here we are now. So, look, it's probably going to creep up to 60 to 63. I still feel comfortable with that anyhow, as it would be. Pick number 2, we're going to go another running back. Very running back heavy show today, but it is what it is. These lines, when they come out, they go safe, running backs. That's what it is. Here we are. Bijan Robinson, lower than 72.5 rush yards versus New Orleans. Not at New Orleans, versus New Orleans. Look, the Saints were absolutely watertight last week against the Eagles. And, the stats would tell you, that they have a really decent, or it's a mid-table rush defense. But look, they've only conceded 240 on the ground. And you look at what happened against the Eagles. Saquon Barkley had 1 rushing attempt that goes to over 70 yards. They would have been one of the best rushing defenses in the NFL if it wasn't for 1 play. And they were getting pounded all day on the ground. And they kept everyone quiet. They were fantastic. Still, it is what it is. And now they get Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson. It's not going to get easier for the Saints, but it is what it is. I feel like they've done really, really well. And aside from that, no one's had much luck on them as it is. Bijan's use and numbers are, ballpark 16 for 60. So he's kind of in that range at this point. He's had a 30-yard game, a 90-yard game, and a 60-yard game. So we're going to go 16 for 16. He's also had a 14-attempt game and a 16-attempt game. It's just, he's kind of all over the place in that regard. They started to use a little bit of Tyler Algier as well, get some rotation. And he's been, his record again against the Saints as well, little all over the shop. He's only played them, obviously last year, 2 games, 1 game with 28 yards and 1 game with 91 yards. That's what we get. So we got a whole big gumbo of, we don't know. Maybe he's good against them. Maybe he isn't. Maybe he's got a 30-yard game here. Or maybe he's got a 90-yard game. I don't really know. 16 for 60 is where he's at. I feel like they're going to work in Algier a little bit more. Saints tough rush defense. I don't like it for him this week. Going forward, I do. He's got a nice schedule coming up. However, this week ain't the week. Pick number 3, Jamar Chase, lower. 24.5 yards is his lowest reception against Carolina. It's a JC Horn week. He's been pretty much on fire. Listen, the Panthers suck, and they've been terrible, and a lot of teams running on them. Let's get that out of the way. JC Horn is still incredible. So, saw what he did to Devontae Adams last week, and maybe Adams checked out, but he was kept out. Let's be honest about that. Look, they have been taking a beating, but he's been pretty good, no matter what. I have a weird feeling that despite a good showing on Monday night with Burrow as well in regards to Chase, this isn't the week to build on that. And I don't think I'm thrilled to say the 75.5 yards he's got either. I'm not too thrilled about that either. Let's just say I feel comfortable with that at the moment going lower. I don't think that line's going to change too much either. I think they want people to go higher, higher, higher. So that line might sit all week. I feel like that's going under as well. I really think Horn's going to wear him this week, and that's what it is. So he's not going to have those same games like he did against St. Jude's. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, while we're on 24.5 highest reception. So whatever it is. So we're going lower on that. Pick number 4, Kyron Williams. I'm so happy about this. At Chicago, higher than half a touchdown. How do we how does anyone even quantify him right now? Like, all he does is score. And if you want to have a yards per carry conversation or an efficiency conversation, go away. I'm not here for that. I'm here for things that are damn near guaranteed. So Kyron Williams scoring touchdowns is pretty much guaranteed at this point. This is where he's at. I'm here to bet on success. This is where he has success. Some people don't like to run far. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. He does like to score touchdowns. He's pretty good at it. And, he's not very good. He's not worth the pick in the best. No, he's actually a really good scorer. The game's about points being scored, and he scores a lot of points. Let's get out of here. Look, I'm going to sign. Look, I'm here to bet on success, and that's what he's done so far. I would say he's been successful. When he's had, 5 in 2 games, as the Rams' only healthy, legit option, that's where we're at. If Stafford is good enough, which he is, he gets the ball close enough for the Bears against the Bears. I'd back Williams. He's gonna score. From 15 out, 10 out, goal line. He's gonna be that guy who scores. They're gonna go to him, and he's gonna score. That's just where it's at. Nothing scientific, nothing analytical. He's gonna get the ball, and he's gonna score. And you don't have to like it, but he's gonna do it. It's almost like clockwork at this point. The Bears' run D has been okay, but they have allowed 4 touchdowns on the ground this year. So an informed guy who likes to score touchdowns against a team that allows people to score touchdowns. Let's do the math here. 1 + A equals, he's going to score. Let's go with that. Pick number 5, Josh Allen at Baltimore, higher than 232.5 passing yards. When I first saw this, I went, nah. Just the number itself. I went, I've been watching the Bills and he doesn't look too good. Maybe last week was all right against the Jags. And I went, nah. I kind of went, nah. But it seems weird to balk at that because it looks like he's struggling. And he's notched over 230, in 2 of his 3 games this year? You wouldn't think it, but he has. Monday night looked, like he had a bit more rhythm and all that sort of stuff, and taking another step forward. Kincaid starts to get more involved, and all these other guys start to chip in a little bit more. James Cook's catching those 30, 40-yard passes. Maybe, who knows, he gets there in that regard. But, you look at the Ravens. The most passing is the Cowboys have been getting hammered for what's happened on the ground. No one's saying anything about the Ravens through the air. Most passing yards against, with nearly 150 more per week than the next team behind them, which is Minnesota, with an average of 315 in the game per game conceded. No one's talking about this. Why? I don't understand. This is something that people should be bringing up. The Ravens through the air suck, and no one's saying anything about it. It's worth noting, however, 4 games against the Ravens, Allen has never hit higher than 220. I'm just putting that out there. I don't want to leave you in the dark. I know this. He's had 2 games under 140. I think one was in his rookie year, had under 100 or something. But, the last 2 years are starting to get a bit better, 2 games. But Ravens right now, not that great through the air. Allen's starting to find his mojo. I feel like this is a game where he's going to kick off a little bit more. Might be a big game for them this year, 3-0. I like it for him. Anyhow, let's recap this. We've gone on long enough. Giving you 5 picks for the Sunday slate for going for 2 live via underdogfantasy.com. Promo code GF2 for 100% matching deposit. As always, stay tuned for Starts and Sits with Kyle Topher and Jamie. They're coming up. They're doing a great job every Sunday morning. Pick number 1, Aaron Jones, higher than 57.5 rushing yards at Green Bay. Pick number 2, Bijan Robinson, lower than 72.5 rushing yards versus New Orleans. Pick number 3, Jamar Chase, lower on his highest reception of 24.5 yards. So we're going lower on 24.5 yards as his longest reception. Pick number 4, Kyron Williams to score over half a touchdown. And pick number 5, Josh Allen at Baltimore, higher than 232.5 passing yards. Kyron Williams was at Chicago. I forgot to leave that out, but that's in there as well. Hope you have a great week. Good luck. Safe bets. Happy punts. Cheers.